actually have a conversation part.
Oh, probably. Like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this season, it depends. Depends what I feel like.
See, for those of you watching this garbage,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
That's a picture.
Oh.
世
Whoops.
界に一つスーパートリニトロン搭載キララバッソ誕生ただ一つの美しさ It's a Sony キララな映像バッソなサウンドキララでバッソなテレビキララバッソ誕生
This
It's a Sony
is worth watching.
George Lucas, Francis Coppola, with Michael Jackson, Captain EO. 未体験の 3D アニメスペースアドベンチャー、東京ディズニーランドに登場。
彼は光る円盤になってやってきた。5種類の光ディスクが1台で楽しめる。
I don't understand this, but okay.
音楽から見る音楽までソニーマルチディスプレイヤー。今プレゼント実施中。
Sony.
It's a Sony.
It's a Sony. Oh, he skipped us. I was getting down to that jam.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, you find some really weird stuff.
Yike.
Yeah, you find that people too. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Greetings.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
We're doing pretty good.
Oh,
Just enjoying college.
We're living the life. I see you got the sunglasses at night too.
Yeah, isn't it to like cover your identity?
I mean, yes, you could do that. Yeah, that's probably the main reason.
You could get one of them fancy like eye things, the spies use, but we can't afford that.
You know, that stuff doesn't exist. We're poor.
Get, copied into like clones. I don't even know. So are you a Packers fan?
A Pack? Yes, we are major.
No, I'm a.
Look at that! Look at that!
Not a Packers fan. Dude, you gotta rep the gear whenever you can.
Right, all of this right here, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Wisco. What?
What college?
What college? UWGB.
Never heard of her.
University of Wisconsin, Green Bay.
Where are you from there?
Oh my god, my freaking friend lives there. I was like on vacation with him, and he lives there.
Really?
Yeah, but he's really young. Oh my god, he's like 12.
Ah.
Right. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, are you 18 too? Or are you 19
Totally.
yet? I don't know. You're probably 18, right?
You don't know my birthday.
No, actually, I don't.
He doesn't know how old I am.
I know you're either 18 or 19.
Yeah. I could be 42.
You do not look 42.
No. You know he looks like Thomas Sickner's brother. You don't know?
Look like what?
What does he look like?
No, my friend's brother. You guys look similar.
Oh.
Yeah, totally.
Got them a doppelganger.
Yeah, doppelgangers.
You guys are like a really funny duo. Like I feel like I've seen like people with your personalities on like Saturday Night Live.
Like Abbott and Costello.
Like you guys have like a really like iconic, very like harmonious vibe that complements each other. I agree.
I think it's more of I'm not gonna make fun of you, but you're a little bit bigger than me. And then there's the skinny guy that's, dumb and retarded, but the big guy that's smart and intelligent, right? That's usually how it goes.
Or it's the big dude who's like, that kind of thing. And then he's like, hey, George, go do this, George. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And that actually is a very accurate depiction of how our relationship is.
Exactly. He says it, and I go do it.
Yeah, basically.
You know, with the white shit on, you look like your name is like Derek.
Darren?
I am Derek.
Oh, Derek?
Derek with a K.
Derek.
Yeah, no, that's not it either. It would take forever to actually guess my name.
I'm a Perry.
You look like Luke. You look like a Luke. You look like a Mark.
Mark. I could definitely say I look like a Mark with my white shirt on.
Yeah, you do.
I usually don't wear white shirts. I usually wear black shirts. Not being racist at all. Totally.
Day, it's Friday. Yeah, I'm wearing gray. I'm wearing a grout fit right now.
A grout fit?
Yeah, a gray outfit.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
like, what?
Have you guys not heard of that?
No.
We do that all the time here in Alberta.
Alberta.
Alberta. Oh.
Where's Alberta? Where's
Alberta's
Alberta?
Canada.
Canada. Hey, neighbors to the north there.
Hey, good people up there. There's some good people.
There's nothing here.
You're right. There's forest around. Do you live in like a desolate area which is surrounded by
We
forest?
live in lake houses. Yeah,
Lake
we live
houses.
off of a lake called Honey Lake.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. That's actually beautiful.
No, it's pretty. I mean,
Did you close the back door?
Nope. Oh, you guys live in Canada. Nobody's gonna come anyways.
Yeah, we have a lot of. We've got moose, wolves, coyotes. We've
Oh,
got
creatures.
beavers.
It's not bear season though.
Yeah,
We
bear
still have a little
seasons.
bit before bears come out. But in the summer, if you don't put all your food away, you like
They're
say
munching.
goodbye,
They're
yeah.
munching.
Really?
Wow. I'm actually out of curiosity. We've been having some really bad weather here in Wisconsin, so I'm wondering, how's the weather up there?
It's been
It's
moderately
not- yeah.
okay.
Like for
Mod-
Canada, you know? Like
Yeah.
Canadian summer, it's like the weather.
Do you guys still get a lot of snow at this moment?
Pardon?
Do you guys still get a lot of snow?
It's melted.
Yeah,
at this point.
Wow.
Really?
We just got snow yesterday.
Side, but on our side, it's a little screening. It's pretty.
Kinda-
Yeah.
Now, Alberta.
We just got a snowstorm.
Now, is that Alberta in the eastern or the western?
Right in the middle.
It's right in the middle. Okay. Because I visited Toronto, and that's the only place I actually been in Canada.
Oh, that's East Coast.
Yeah.
Way. I mean, there's like we've got like the Prince Edward Islands, which is like far, far east, and
That's
then
the
Right.
maritime.
yeah.
Right. I'm not very good at
we've
geography.
Yeah, we've never left Alberta.
Really?
Oh.
never even been to the U.S.
Really? You should come down and
That's okay.
visit. Well, if you come down to Wisconsin, you wouldn't even notice the difference, to be honest. We're literally just cousins. I guess you could look at it. Wisconsin is Canada's cousin.
Wisconsin is a
I feel like our
wonderful
neighbors
place.
up here though.
Do you? I'm also kind of curious here too. I like learning new information. Do you guys also speak French or some other foreign language, or is it just straight English?
We do.
You guys do, okay. Because of course, is it? I'm guessing it's mandatory, and like your parents do it, or?
It's like for you guys Spanish, we have French.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
they teach
Good.
it in school. Like it's like a mandatory course that you have to do.
Okay, because Spanish isn't mandatory, but most people recommend you taking at least a couple years.
Yeah.
But most people can't speak it fluently.
Yeah, we're both fluent in French, so.
That's awesome. I'm kind of
So-
jealous now.
If I ever need to go to Paris, I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
You should go. You should go. My mother's been there. She's great.
Ooh. I really want to go visit now. I've been in other parts of Europe, but not France.
Yeah, we can only dream of that right now. If we're just stuck
Yeah.
in Big A.
You know what? We go to a small town school. You know, there's not much. It's just up the lake, and there's like about 10 people in our class.
Yeah.
We're just best friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we live
Nice.
It's so how big's the school?
literally 200 people.
Yeah. And it's a
Yeah.
high school.
Is that like a K through 12 or just a high school?
Just high school.
Oh, that's not that small.
Middle school is
I mean-
it's like farther than our school.
Really?
I mean, you went to a private Catholic high school, so I mean,
Preppy white kid.
yeah, you prep your white kid right here. I went to a public one.
There's one Catholic school that's K to 12, and then there's like the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school that are all public.
And we went to those because we're poor. So.
Me too. Hey, literally less than, well, you guys don't have United States dollars, USD, so you probably not very comparable, but it's like less than $1,000 in my bank account because of college, so that's not nice.
And do you pay for your college?
I pay 60%, my parents pay about 40.
Wow, good for
That's
you.
actually
That's
good, yeah.
Really, way to take initiative.
Except my roommate has his parents pay for all of it, so now I'm jealous.
Okay.
Except you're not my roommate though.
Yeah, I'm not his roommate. in
That'd be
case you're
nice.
wondering.
Really?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just,
Friends and you just like hang out?
It's actually a long.
Basically.
Yeah, it's a really long story. But symbolize.
It's really not that long.
No.
So here's the story. You can add in if
I
you
will
want
totally
to.
will.
But so his roommate and me were kind of like friends in high school, and then so both of us went to the same college, obviously. And then so on the first day, like moving, my friend from high school introduced this guy
As a roommate.
as like his roommate, and then we kind of just hit it off from there.
Yeah. I thought he was like 25. Turns out he wasn't. He
Yeah.
looks a lot older than he is.
Now, hang on. Before I tell you how old I am, how old do you think I look?
22.
Yeah.
22? I'll accept that.
That-
19.
You're 19.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Nope. Completely serious.
How do both look like older than 20?
Now, how old do I look?
Part of it's the sunglasses.
That's true.
You look like, if I was being honest, 18.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say like 21.
I mean, if I take my stuff off, I mean, I look a lot younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look a lot older than
So how do you
that.
guys feel? How do you guys feel about your drinking age being at 21?
Honestly, our two, that's funny, our roommates right now are drinking. Underage drinking. College life. No.
Actually, it was someone who's overage,
Um,
which is hilarious.
honestly, I just don't care as long as it doesn't affect me, but once it does, like, for like if I get in trouble because of my roommate having alcohol in the dorm room, then I might care. 21, we get to vote at 18, but we can't drink until we're 21 and have a concealed carry license until we're 21. So I would say we should probably just either have everything at 21 or everything at 18, one or the other, not mix of both.
We've got it right in the middle. 19.
That's just
Smart.
weird. For me, it's just weird. 19?
See, Canada has it right.
Yeah, it's, well, you go to like European countries, it's like 16.
No, it's 18.
It
Oh,
depends on where you
yeah.
are. You can't have hard liquor when you're 16, but you can have like wine and stuff when you're 16.
Yeah.
Alright, I
it's-
have a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about how we have free healthcare and you don't?
Okay, so
I'd die for your free healthcare.
see, so you would. Here's the weird thing. I'm a conservative. I don't know if you guys would know what that is. Republican conservative for
We don't
me.
even care about politics up here. Anyway,
So
keep going.
yeah, I'm a very political person. So when someone says let's go for free healthcare, I'm like, that's a very dumb idea. If you already had it from the very beginning, it would be fine. But I don't want to be paying an extra couple $1,000s a year just for everyone else can have free healthcare. I'd rather have me pay for my stuff, you pay for your stuff. That's it. I don't want to pay for your stuff more than I already have to.
That's true. Our taxes are high.
It's extremely high compared to ours. We have high taxes.
Yeah.
Plus, you're having free healthcare. Everyone can go in and get their doctor's appointment right, and it's all part of the free healthcare program.
Yeah,
Except when it comes down to, let's say you need a surgery for something, there's going to be a giant wait list for it, a lot longer than if we had it here. If we need an organ transfer, it could take a couple weeks, a month, where it might be 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year before you can get in to actually do what you need, because everyone else can do it too. So, our time consuming, if you have the money to pay for it, you can do it right away. And that's my thought process on it. It should be free enterprise.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And that's the right wing conservative.
Because we're Canadian, so yeah.
Say that again?
We're accepting because we're Canadian.
That makes sense. You guys are like the nicest people in the world, right? Right next to the Swiss, I would say, right?
I don't think there's anyone nicer than Canadians.
Yeah, Canadians are probably nicer than the Swiss.
Yes.
Swiss are just not involved.
Oh, we actually did meet a guy from Swiss. Remember Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, and he
Joseph?
had AirPods.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. He was in his grandparents' summer home.
Ooh.
That's when you know he gets that healthcare.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Or he's got, the
The big old loot. It's on the loot box. Yeah. Is there any other questions you'd like to ask us since we live in Wisconsin?
Yes, actually. It's very vague, but how do you feel about your president?
Yeah.
How are
so
friends?
different.
Okay.
That's a good question.
You can answer your answer first, and I'll answer mine because mine probably longer.
Honestly, the country's not burning down, and I'm living life, so I don't really care. As long as things run smoothly, a monkey could be in charge.
That's very, very good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, this guy,
now
he probably has some different, more political than whatever opinions.
So politically, when he ran for office, I was 15, of course. Not even allowed to vote yet. So I was not in favor of Donald Trump at all, just because he was just making fun of everyone and just wasn't like a good political candidate since he didn't really have the political background compared to other people. Granted, I didn't want Hillary Clinton either because being a Democrat, and she just had a lot of problems with her campaign as well. So neither one I want. Bernie Sanders is too much liberal and just really weird person. No one really likes him.
Free college, man.
He's a status, and he's just really, it really rubs off on me. So there really wasn't any good options. But throughout this, since he became the president in 2016, the process of how he does stuff is still questionable for some things, like him tweeting all the time about what's happening, which sometimes isn't right. You should probably keep it more secure, top secret, private, more private about his own life, because he's been more active than Barack Obama. Like, I think he has like 3 times more Twitter posts than Barack Obama, and but his political agenda is working a lot better. Like, we have a lot better connections with foreign policies and foreign people. We've been putting our fist down again and our foot down against like China and their imports, and we have a lot better connection with North Korea and the nuclear conflict that we've been having against them. So if he doesn't do anything really irrational and start a war, I think his plus our unemployment rates is always almost, I think it's like 3.9 right now for the unemployment rates, which is lower than it's ever been since like the 60s. So it's been a really, really good presidency run. So probably when he goes for the 2020 election, I'll probably vote for him.
Are you gonna vote for Kanye West though?
Wait.
Kanye,
Okay.
yes. West, yes. Ooh.
Now,
Ooh.
is this like an actual real thing? Because I haven't looked recently.
Hold on. Would you like to hear our opinions on
Yeah,
Actually, yes. This is going to be amusing.
Yeah, someone from a foreign country, yes.
Can't judge us.
In no way.
Oh.
Oh no, it's you're random people online. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay, well, we're not trying to bash political views or anything. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Land of the free, eagle soars, America,
Yep.
and all that.
Yep.
In my opinion, I think that for a human being to say something as vulgar as, I'm not going to repeat it, but the grab 'em video.
Yeah, I remember.
I think that was completely inappropriate, and like, that's an understatement. I just think that's super vulgar. I don't know if you also have heard of those refugee camps at the walls.
I haven't heard anything about the refugee camps, but I will agree about grab them in the pussy. Yeah, that's not right.
I'm aware of this because I was made aware of this pretty recently, and I've never really seen it in the news or anything, but he's taking people who are surrendering themselves to try and get over to, oh my gosh, what is it? The Mexican border to the American border, and they're like saying like, oh my god, what's the word? Oh god, I forget. There's a word where it's like you're something about like. Okay, it's slipping my mind. It's very late right now. Like
Something about that, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
He's taking these people and he's separating the children from their families, and he's tracking the menstrual cycles of the girls, and lots of children have been getting like sexually harassed and stuff in these like camps and stuff. And I think his outlook on people who don't have the upper hand in society is really awful. I think he sees anybody who is a minority, so be it racial minority, sexual minority, gender minority, they're not as superior to him, and I think he has his lookout completely directed for the white community, the white, rich, upper class community, and that's just my opinion.
But interesting opinion. I'm not going to disagree or agree to some of that. Definitely had some solid points. With him, you saying that he represents the the top 1%, the white majority. Um, that is, I wouldn't say factually incorrect, but it's not the agenda. It just the media perceives, especially the media, especially is the worst, perceives him like that. And a lot of things, just the small things he does or says, the media usually overblows it and puts out of proportion more than it needs to be. With the immigration part, allowing with the children being separated from the families is really bad, but we have a really horrible illegal immigration problem in the United States, and I would say that there's no other really better way to get rid of all the illegal immigrants inside the United States currently than either getting rid of everyone or having complete free open borders, which I'm not for. Now, building the wall, on the other hand, I don't know if that's the right decision either, because there's always other ways to get around the wall because of air travel and stuff like that. But it definitely, I'm really not sure how I'm really on the fence of building the wall, but we definitely need stricter immigration laws the way it is.
I think that we can take a lot from countries like Germany and Sweden and stuff that are accepting a lot of refugees, especially from like Syria and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be very interesting because they're having like a lot of refugees come in and doing it properly and putting them into like proper housing and stuff, and I think that would be a really great point.
For Canada this year, we accepted like a bunch of refugees from Syria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, I read about that.
Interesting. A lot of people were against it because they obviously
Job security.
even like stereotypes, like they're gonna cause like issues, like maybe they're in ISIS, all of this stuff, and it caused like a huge outrage. And like our current like prime minister, not president,
I don't like him.
you don't like him. It's like he's an idiot. But
Sounds familiar.
I don't know, he made it seem very like, I don't know.
I think he was a bit nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
I would.
have no opinion on all of this.
Having refugees come into the United States is the same thing in my mind as having illegal immigrants. It basically two sides of a coin. Either you get an illegal immigrant or you get a refugee, one or the other. And it's basically the same thing. They're just different names.
As well. Like,
Yeah.
we have nobody.
Yeah, if you send people to Canada, it's like wilderness survival 2.0. They go build themselves a house. You got plenty of land. You got the forest there. You go build yourself a family. It's not a big deal, but with here in the United States, with the population of the way it is, and especially in some places like the big concentrated places like New York, New Orleans, Chicago, just places like that, you can't afford any more people. It's already dense the way it is, and it's really high for the taxes, and the GDP itself suffers from it.
So would you consider?
He knows a lot of like things with politics and stuff. And
I'm in business classes and economic classes and politic classes right now, so this is literally my life right now. Just had an exam.
Do you want to be a politician when you're older?
No, not at all.
Good.
What do you guys want to do?
Do you want to talk about your future career, or do you want me to talk about mine?
Hey, you go first.
I am a pilot.
This guy's so chill. Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
I'm chill. Yeah, thank you. No, you're more chill than me. You definitely are.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
I say potato. You say
potato.
Exactly. So I'm a pilot. So I study for aviation. That's my future career. I just moving on to a different college to further the aviation part and continue on getting my licenses to become a professional pilot.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to go into like international flights and stuff? Like,
it's on the table. I haven't taken it off yet. But it depends what the job opportunities offers me first. Usually, if becoming an international pilot is the way to go, so be it.
Interesting. And your friend?
Oh. Well, I don't know if I can beat that, but I'm here for mechanical engineering.
Mechanical
so
engineering.
what would that be? Like?
So, you're familiar with like what an engineer is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Everyone wants to be one here.
Really?
No.
Man, I should have went to Canada.
Yeah, you should have. It's a cool place.
What was I saying?
You're familiar with what an engineer is.
So basically, like, we kind of work. We're a very industrial area over here, so most likely be going to some with manufacturing. Like, you got different manufacturing processes and yeah. I see I'm boring you already.
No,
No, it's 100% boring. No, nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
but
Like you too.
I know it's not as exciting. But I mean, you get to build stuff and design things, make things more efficient. It's kind of
I
cool.
want to be an engineer.
What's it get paid a what?
You want to be an engineer?
I wanted to.
Oh.
Did you change
Okay,
your
so
mind?
what made you change your mind?
It just wasn't my passion.
What is your
My
passion?
passion is to go into PR,
Ooh.
only because I'm very interested in like working with companies and like just like
Yeah.
I don't even know, like supporting them and then like giving out information about them, making them known, and just like writing articles, doing all that jazz. I don't know like which section in here, but like something in that.
Are you sure you don't want to be like an entrepreneur?
And not even like I don't even know. Like my friend's mom does it, and she's like really good at it, and she like loves it, and she just like says all this stuff about
So
it. And I'm like, oh yeah,
your
I'll
friend's
do it.
mom is like your inspiration, your influence to do
Yeah.
PR?
Yeah.
That's cool. My dad's a pilot. That's my influence. So
Oh, I want to go into. Well, I know like the overall thing that I want to do with my life is just be able to like help other people, like a lot of like humanitarian stuff. But I especially want to go into medicine. I think so.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just think that education is a very powerful tool, and if I have like a medical degree, and I can help a lot of people out and make people's lives just a little bit better. So,
Wow. I never thought about doing something like that. I'm not very good with people. Well, not helping people at least. I guess I can't communicate with them on a decent level.
Well, I think for random strangers on the internet.
You're gonna have to speak up. I can't hear you very easily.
Sorry, I was just saying for like, just a completely random conversation. You've been doing a great job. So.
Well, thank you. I've had very little experience, but I'm trying. This is his first time on Omegle, so
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, hopefully this will be a memorable conversation.
usually you don't have a lot of big, long conversations, but when you do, usually you remember them. You kind of not like cherish them, but they're like something special.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any other questions you'd like to ask us about our lives or Wisconsin?
Dude, so many questions.
I do have a question for you guys.
I feel like all the questions I have are very generalized, like basic questions you'd expect to ask people in the States. Like
We're an open book, to be honest. At least I am.
Sure.
Oh, how do you feel about March Madness? Were you happy
March
with the
Madness?
win?
Who
Yeah.
won?
University of Virginia.
Oh,
Wait, is March Madness basketball?
yeah, it's basketball.
Okay, I don't pay attention enough to sports in
And it
general.
was really upsetting because it just was like they shouldn't have won.
Were they just like a really bad team? They just miraculously won or something?
No, it's just University of Virginia. Like
True,
there
Virginia
was
is
like
just a weird place.
Auburn. There was hi. What else was there? Texas Tech was up there,
Oh, really?
and Michigan was in there too. Personally, I think Texas Tech should have won.
I'm gonna say yes because I have a relative that lives in Texas and I visited it recently, so I like Texas. Cool place.
It is. It is. Lots of friends there. Well, guys, it's really late here. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna get- But
Good idea.
let's enjoy your college years. You only live once.
Yeah.
And
So good luck with piloting.
pursue
and
your
engineering.
dreams and be yourself and love everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right
You're
on.
right. And the same thing, yes. The big old
Have a
part.
good night.
Have a good night.
Later, guys.
Bye. Oh, there's a girl there.